In a notable departure from traditional military nomenclature, India has named its latest counter-terror operation Operation Sindoor, a choice that carries emotional and symbolic significance. The name, reportedly chosen by Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself, honors the women who lost their husbands in the Pahalgam terror attack on the 22nd of April, where 26 tourists were killed in Jammu and Kashmir's Baisaran meadow. This change marks a deliberate shift from India's usual military strategy of projecting hard power through bold operation names to a more empathetic message, one of justice and remembrance. On Wednesday, the Indian government revealed that 9 terrorist camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir were targeted in precision strikes as part of Operation Sindoor. But the message extended beyond military efficiency, with the operation's name referencing the symbolic red powder worn by married women in India. It was a homage to the lives shattered in the Pahalgam attack, especially the widows left behind. According to government sources, the operation was not only about retribution, but also about honoring civilian grief and demonstrating India's moral clarity in its fight against terrorism. India's previous operations have largely followed the playbook of strong, often mythologically inspired names meant to send a clear and strategic signal. Let's take a look at 10 key military armed ops of India. In 1965, it was Operation Riddle, launched in response to Pakistan's Operation Gibraltar. This saw India attacking Lahore and Kasur, crippling Pakistani advances. Then came Operation Ablaze, a defensive mobilization that preceded the 1965 war, showcasing India's readiness. Moving on to 1971, it was Operation Cactus Lily, an assault during the Bangladesh Liberation War to bypass key Pakistani positions. Similarly, in 1971, it was Operation Trident and Python, naval operations, this time targeting Karachi, causing significant Pakistani naval losses. 13 years later, in 1984, it was Operation Meghdoot, a preemptive mission to occupy strategic heights on the Siachen Glacier. And of course, in 1999, Operation Vijay and Operation Safed Sagar joined Indian Army and Indian Air Force efforts to reclaim positions in the Kargil conflict. In 2016, there were these surgical strikes, cross-line of control raids in retaliation for the Uri attack through unnamed officially. In 2019 came Operation Bandar, the Balakot airstrikes after the Pulwama bombing. Each of these names reflected either military dominance or strategic intent, often steeped in mythology or coded terminology to preserve secrecy. By naming this retaliatory action Sindoor, the government has departed from that tradition to underscore compassion, civilian impact, and emotional resonance. It reflects a growing trend in India's defense narrative, where strategic decisions are now being paired with public sentiment and symbolism, and not just tactical clarity. The strike in Operation Sindoor itself targeted terror launchpads and infrastructure, but the name of the operation is meant to show that India's response is about justice and not just retaliation. It sends a dual message: firmness against terrorism, but also solidarity with the victims. In a way, Operation Sindoor doesn't just strike across the border, it strikes a chord closer to home.